Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you. My name is Adam Handler. I am your case handler, and you are now officially cruising with the case handler. But guess what? We are in our office. 93.5 FM listeners, good morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you had a great weekend. Facebook viewers, Facebook followers, good morning to you. Hope you had a good weekend as well. Nelson and I are both in our office, 225 Broadway on the third floor. Conrad is still streaming from his quarantine cabin and will be joining us here in the office very shortly after the show begins. Again, we are Pollack, Isaac DeSico. We are a full service law firm. We are here to help you no matter what your legal need is. I'm sorry, I'm a little off today because of my surroundings. I haven't done this literally in about 4 months from this chair. So bear with me. It's almost like my first day of school again. Conrad, we call him the maestro. Why? He's not only a very talented piano player, but he is the managing partner and pretty much the architect of our current form of Pollack, Isaac DeSico. Nelson, the Maverick Madrid. We say he flies by his own rules. I'm not even sure what that means anymore, but we know that he's very good at what he does and making sure that you get your immigration issue straightened out, even with those very difficult cases. And of course, without further ado, there he is showing up on the video, still on mute, but still still streaming with us. David Squeezaniki. David, good morning to you. Can you believe this? Can you believe
Good morning, good morning, 93.5. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Nelson Madrid in the office in his white shirt. Good morning, Adam Handler. Are you in your office too, man?
I am, man.
Oh, man, you guys are, what the hell? Like early and everything? What the hell's going on?
I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna wing it. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this office the physical office has been closed since the middle of March, and today is the rebirth of Pollack, Isaac DeSico 2.0 coronavirus edition. We are here. We have sanitizer everywhere, face masks everywhere, gloves everywhere, plexiglass. Not really sure how I feel yet, but you know what? The firm took great lengths in making sure that its staff are safe, because without our staff safe, without the attorney safe, we can't do the amazing work we normally do for our clients, no matter what the legal need is. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529 or 844 PPID law. Squeeze, you down with PPID?
You know me.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Cruising with the Case Handler right here on 93.5 WVIP FM. It's a major law firm that's in New York City, and they're back in their offices, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be a big week for the firm PPID, but more importantly, it's going to be a big week for you. All the people want to see the attorneys in person. Well, I tell you what, you need to reach out to them and find out if that's possible, but they're in their offices this week. And I want to say to each and every one, we're about to jump right into our show here where we speak on personal injury and immigration, respectively. The case handler himself, Adam Handler, runs the personal injury department. Immigration-wise, Nelson Madrid and, of course, Conrad Pollack, they're inside of the immigration side of the business. And ladies and gentlemen, they are partners of the firm. My name is David Squeezaniki, and I'm about to turn it up with each and every single one of you. Right now, do remember that if you would like to ask questions on immigration, if you would like to reach out to a personal injury attorney also when you get hurt in an accident, there's only one number for you to call. And that number happens to be 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Want to let you know that this law firm is here for each and every single one of you, regardless of your race, your creed, your color, your religion, your sexual orientation. PPID, I'm down with them, and you are down with them. Ladies and gentlemen, as Adam said, we are now cruising with the case handlers. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about today. It's Monday. It's the day after the 4th of July weekend. And I would love to be brought up to speed if there are any immigration news, any personal injury news, respectively. Adam Handler, Conrad Pollack, Nelson, any news?
Nothing with respect to personal injury. The courts are still physically closed, but we have been handling our matters remotely over telephone and Skype. We've had, I'm going to kind of do a recount in the days to come as to what our firm actually did during the quarantine, during the time that we were physically out of the office. And I can tell you right now, it's going to be literally millions and millions and millions of dollars for our clients. The work absolutely did not stop. If nothing else, we were even busier because, you know, it wasn't as easy to achieve those successful results for the client. So we had to work even that harder to push through. It was almost like sometimes I felt we were trekking through the mud, but you know what? That builds strength, that builds character. And we've all developed here as professionals, whether it's personal injury or immigration. I think we're all going to be even better attorneys now than we were 4 months ago, just because we had to do it under some very unusual circumstances. So I'll get back to you with those numbers with personal injury. But, you know, we always say, you know, one chance to get it right. There are no redos in personal injury. One chance, one choice of attorney. Your case handler team at Pollack, Isaac DeSico. We're here to help. Again, our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529 or 844-PPID law. Couldn't be more excited about continuing the work we're doing. This, again, last time I sat in this chair, we didn't have this show. I mean, we had Cruising with the Case Handler, but I was primarily Squeeze and I'm broadcasting from my car driving in. And, you know, we talked personal injury. We did talk a little bit about our immigration practice, but now look at us now. You know, 4 months later, literally hundreds and hundreds of people have called in getting 100% free phone consultations. We'll have to add up those numbers, Conrad. I bet you pretty soon we're going to be at 1,000 consultations or 1,000 phone calls, which is unbelievable to think about and makes me happy because I always knew, you know, the wonderful things we do here at 225 Broadway on the 3rd floor. But it took, I guess, a pandemic for us to come to realize that, you know, the community that's embraced us for so many years really needs to hear from us, really needs to count on us in the way they've been counting on us for so many years here. So again, it all starts with your phone call. It literally can change your life. It can change your family's life. It can change generations of your family's life to come. 844-774-3529 or 844-PPID law. So excited about what we've been doing these past 4 months on 93.5 FM and Facebook.
Okay. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Adam Handler on the personal injury side. Do remember that you will get a free consultation. Just try to call before the top of the hour to get that free phone consultation with any of the attorneys on immigration or personal injury. The number to call is 844-774-3529. Let's kick it over to Conrad. Conrad, any comments as to what's going on with immigration? I heard you talking about your boy earlier before we started the show.
Actually, that was Nelson. I had mentioned last week that July 4th every year, as far as I can remember, there have always been massive swearing-in ceremonies, you know, with large groups of people in, you know, some famous plays, Independence Hall or Liberty Bell or, you know, Statue of Liberty, whatever. But I don't believe that took place this year, and I don't know that that's necessarily just COVID related. Our dear leader apparently chose to have a rally instead. Nelson, he was saying.
With optional masks.
And you know, no social distancing needed. You know, and we're, you know, as he's been saying for months now, it's magically disappeared. You know.
I can tell you that, you know, being in New York City for the first time since mid-March, it looks like everybody here is taking it very, very seriously. I mean, everybody is wearing a mask. Most people are wearing gloves outside. Police officers and the traffic officers that are outside directing pedestrian traffic are wearing masks. And you know what?
Hey,
That's why, thankfully, we're doing well here in New York City. That's why we're reopening, Conrad, because
right.
we are taking it seriously.
Today is the beginning of phase 3. Today is July 6th. The governor announced phase 3 begins today. The only proviso to that is restaurants still do not allow interior dining. And that's because of all the stuff that's going on in Florida and Arizona and Texas. But we officially enter phase 3 today because New York has done really well. Look, it was a slow start, and New York was the epicenter of this. But now, if you read the news and listen to what's going on, the epicenter has shifted southward to some of the states that haven't been so diligent about how they treat this thing. And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to continue for a while. I mean, what I've been hearing every day is we're having higher and higher cases. Of course, you know, it must be the testing. You know, stop testing, it'll all go away.
Let's
right?
let's shift back to the legal program. Tell me something about immigration. Tell me something that affects the listeners right now.
Thank you,
93.5 in Facebook. You know, come on, man. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. How can we help the people watching and listening right now? That's what I want to know.
Go ahead, Nelson. I'll leave this to you. I'm in a political mood today.
I think again, as we've said numerous times on the show previously, filing fees are increasing. Filing fees are going to go up. I would strongly recommend anyone who has a case or wants to start a case to start that as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're going to pay increased filing fees. In
addition to that, with the furloughs that are coming right now, furloughs are scheduled for early August. 3/4 of the Immigration Service workforce is going to be furloughed. So between the filing fees, discouraging people from filing, and 3/4 of the workforce out, there isn't going to be a lot happening at the Immigration Service. My suggestion would be both to save money and to get your place in line now. File your application. If you've got a case you've been sitting on, now's the time. Get it in, because if you wait, you may really regret it.
And something I've said repeatedly, things are not getting easier. Things will not get easier. If you want to continue to wait, do so at your own risk. Again, things are only becoming more and more complicated as time passes.
Okay. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's the immigration attorney speaking on what's happening out there. Need for everyone to understand this. Before you actually go off and try to do your immigration filings and all of that by yourself, do yourself a favor. Call the firm now. They will give you a 100% free phone consultation. All right. Speak with one of the attorneys off the air, privately and confidentially, ladies and gentlemen, and find out, okay, what can you do? What should you do? One of the things I know for sure, you should not be doing the filing by yourself. Absolutely not. With everything that's going on and all the changes, you need to get yourself the attorneys at PPID. So call them today for a free phone consultation right now. If you call before the top of the hour, you're guaranteed that free phone consultation off the air. All right. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Can one of you gentlemen expand or expound a little bit more on the public charge for me, please, so that people understand how serious this is?
Conrad?
Nelson?
Okay, so basically, it's
joke, folks.
February 24, 2020. The USCIS is not requiring an additional form for those seeking adjustment of status. It's called the form I-944. It's a declaration of self-sufficiency. And they're asking for a lot of information that they previously did not ask for. Have Adam in the background. They're asking for a lot of information that they previously did not ask for, such as credit reports, credit card statements, bank statements, highest level of education, if you've ever taken public assistance before, if you've ever taken food stamps before, if you've ever received public housing, for how long. All of these are questions that basically you are now being required to provide answers for. And the purpose of doing this is to obviously make sure that those seeking to obtain an immigration benefit will not become a public charge in the future. So that's the whole public charge. I mean, again, it's an 18-page application. It takes several hours to complete. This was not necessarily required last year, the year before that, or the year before that. So I would strongly warn those seeking to do this on your own, be careful, because it's not as simple as it sounds. There's a lot of documents that are required. If you don't provide the required documents, your case will be denied.
It doesn't sound that simple, actually. It's not simple at all. Plus, as you were saying, Nelson, the public charge ground for exclusion has existed forever. It's just this administration has just made it a lot more onerous, a lot more difficult to overcome. Previously, the ways that you would be denied based on possibility of becoming a public charge, there were a couple. There were limited benefits that you would be receiving that would be counted. Now it's pretty much anything and everything. I mean, if you're again, even Section 8 public housing, I mean, that was never part of the equation. If you've gotten vouchers to be in a public housing complex, they can use that against you now, which is just, it's crazy. They're just trying to find any possible way to turn people down. And let's not forget also, very importantly, if you do get turned down, if the public charge reason ends up being the basis of the denial of your application for adjustment of status, it doesn't just go away. They don't just like slip it into a drawer somewhere and say, better luck next time. You end up in removal proceedings. You get a denial, you apply for adjustment of status, and they deny your case. Next thing you're going to get in a month or two, maybe sooner, who knows? You're going to say, hey, there's a notice to appear in front of an immigration judge. And what's that immigration judge going to say? You've got no basis to remain in the United States, young man or young lady. Time to go home. And if you don't leave, we're going to deport you. Especially if you've been illegally here for a long time, they will deport you. It won't even be a question of, are they going to ask you, do you want to leave or when, or give you 4 months voluntary departure or anything like that. You're going to go. So, this is serious business. Do not do this stuff yourself. You might have friends, relatives that might have done it a couple of years ago. Don't worry, it's easy. I didn't need a lawyer. I just had to go and show that I was married and living with my husband. It's not that simple anymore. Far from it. This is a major change in the way these types of cases are handled by the service. And as I've said repeatedly, and I will repeat again right now, immigration is not your friend. They are not there to help you. Yes, there are some good people working there, but they are not there to help you. Believe me. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Squeeze.
I just want to remind everyone what it is that Nelson and Conrad is talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is to let you understand that none of you, not one of you out there should be doing your own filing. Okay? There are way too many, in my term, and I'm disclaiming this, entrapments. There are way too many, okay, to screw you. All right? So I don't want any of you getting screwed. And I know people think that, hey, I don't have the money. Hey, I don't. You better make this a priority, because it will cost you a whole lot more. Okay? So you have to revisit your priorities and structure things so this way you can use an attorney at PPID to handle your filing. It is that important. It's not even like they're coming at you because of the commercial side of things. They're genuinely telling you that they're trying to screw you over at the Department of Homeland Security because of this dude, this orange dude, all right, with everything that's going on. So what I'm trying to say to you is, choose PPID, hire Nelson, hire Conrad, hire Andrea, hire these attorneys, okay? Hire them to handle your case. Right now, I'm ensuring that you all get a free consultation, all right? Call them now, speak with the attorneys off the airwaves for free. The number is 844, you got to dial now, 774-3529. That is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. If you thought about doing this yourself in the past, don't, all right? There's so many entrapments out there. Quick question. What is the process to add a minor child after receiving a WL? My case is F4. When I applied, I had 2 children. I now have 1 more baby. I received my WL letter last December and my 3rd baby's name not included in. What can I do to add my 3rd baby's name?
Totally lost me there.
I don't know what a WL is.
Neither do I. I have no idea what that is, but go ahead. Repeat it.
What is the process to add a minor child after receiving WL? My case is F4. When I applied, I had 2 children. I now have 1 more baby. I received my WL letter last December, and my 3rd baby's name is not included in. What can I do to add my 3rd baby's name?
Here's the deal. F4 is a 4th preference case. That's a sibling case. So her brother or sister applied for her. She's a U.S. citizen, and the case took 10, 15, 20 years, depending on where they're from. You can bring your accompanying children with you if they're under 21 at the time of your interview. It's going to depend how old that child was when her case was approved. There are exceptions also pursuant to what's known as the Child Status Protection Act. But we need dates. I would need to know the date of birth of the child. I would need to know the date that the visa petition for the F4 petition was filed. I would need to know the date that that petition was approved. Then we could do a calculation under the CSPA to determine whether that child was included or not. My guess is the consulate did not include the child because the child is either over 21 or under the CSPA is considered over 21. That's my guess.
Also, if I could just add, Squeeze, if the priority date is not current, that person would be subject to the travel ban, to the presidential proclamation.
Got you.
Preference category. So they won't be coming in probably till next year, the earliest.
Right. All right. Good to know. Once again, folks, the attorneys, immigration, 844-774-3529. Stand by, Adam Handler, coming at you shortly. I want you to squeeze in that before the top of the hour, a true success story. So let's get to this quick one. This one came from the WhatsApp group also. It says, good morning. I'm seeing where people from California is posting on FB that USCIS is scheduling N400 interviews without doing biometrics or pending I-751. Are you aware of anything like that happening in New York? Thank you.
Whoa. Say that again. What?
Good morning. I am seeing where people from California is posting on Facebook that USCIS is scheduling N400 interviews without doing biometrics or pending I-751.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me interject if I can. What's happening now is there's new technology. So once they take your fingerprint, they have it saved and they could just basically recapture that and run your print again. It doesn't mean that they're just not fingerprinting everyone.
That's right. It's not like, oh, well, you know what? I'm about to get sworn in a couple of weeks. Let me go rob that jewelry store in the meantime, and they won't know about it. It's not quite like that.
Yeah. They're using it's digitalized. They're basically, again, they save your fingerprints, they rerun it. If they're clean, then you're good. And yes, you can
I'll give some credit here where credit is due.
Yeah, then we need
rare
to
with
Adam
with the service. As far as the immigration, the service is trying to make people reduce the necessity of people appearing in person. So rather than have you come down 15 times for 15 different applications for fingerprints, they're actually being smart here and reusing fingerprints that they obtained a year ago or whatever to do those checks, so you don't have to come back. So they're actually, it's a sign of efficiency, shocking as it is.
Absolutely. All right, let's kick it over, ladies and gentlemen. That's the immigration segment right there. We'll come back in a few. Once again, immigration is what they are about at the firm, but that's not all. All right, we're about to jump into personal injury. 844-774-3529. Adam, you got just about 4 minutes before we get to the top of the hour on 93.5 FM. Where's my true success story, my man? Is he there? You got to unmute. Let me unmute you. Unmute.
There we go.
There you go.
I said you'd be surprised what I can do in 4 minutes. So I think I'm up for the task here. Let's do this. All right. All right, here we go. Dealer's choice. I mean, we have, I'm getting kind of reacquainted again to my screen here at the office, but you pick one. You see something you like, Squeeze? You see something you like?
I like big numbers, but I want people to understand that, everything counts,
Right.
You want to talk about that 225,000 verdict?
Sure, absolutely. Let's click on that. And everybody that's listening right now, 93.5 FM, if you can safely do so now or do it later, please go to our Facebook page, Case Handler or PPID, and you'll be connected to our page, to our show, and to what we call Testimonial Tuesday. Every Tuesday we post a true life success story about the wonderful things we do here at the Personal Injury Department. The quote here: the Case Handler team is persistent and hardworking. AAA+ to Adam Handler. He did a great job for our family, and we highly recommend Adam's team. $225,000 verdict. This was a very, very sad case. This was a situation where a woman was walking across the street. She was jaywalking. She was not in a crosswalk, and she was hit by a vehicle, and she was killed. The maximum we could get her was $250,000. And the issue that we were running up against is that there was video of her jaywalking, not walking where she should have been crossing. But through the video, we were also able to establish that the driver of the vehicle was negligent as well. You know, there's an expression, it takes two to tango, and it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. Even if you are partially at fault, you still may be entitled to money damages under the law here in New York and in New Jersey. A little bit different in New Jersey, but essentially in New York, your monetary award is reduced by your percentage of negligence. So for example, if your damages are $1 million and it's a 50-50 split on liability, you're collecting $500,000. This was money that we were able to obtain for our client. But again, you know, you say $225,000, that doesn't sound like a lot of money for an individual.
It's a lot of money.
No, but it's not. It does for a life. You know, how do you put money on a life?
Right.
And we can talk about this later on. But you know, she was killed instantly, so there was no conscious pain and suffering. Thank God for her. And also, she was unemployed, so she wasn't supporting anybody. And in New York, if you are killed, your two avenues of recovery are conscious pain and suffering for before you died, and wrongful death, the loss of money to your family members that you were supporting. So a very difficult case, not only in liability and damages, but still we were able to get $225,000 for this family, who obviously were very, very satisfied with our services, hence the quote. We can talk about these cases more in detail on the other side of the hour here. But again, our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529 or 844 PPID law. I'm Adam Handler. I'm your case handler, and we are Pollack, Isaac Tasico.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Adam Handler. Call the firm now. If you get hurt in an accident, you need him. The number is 844-774-3529. You got it in before me, Adam. 844-774-3529. Make sure you call the firm, ladies and gentlemen. That's 844-774-3529. Remember, personal injury, immigration. Different departments, ladies and gentlemen, reach out to them. All right. Let's get back to some quick questions here. Let's flip back to the immigration side. We've got a question here. I am a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen residing in Jamaica. Can I apply for my wife U.S. spouse visa while I'm living in Jamaica?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us how you really feel.
Look, the answer, it's a simple yes. Of course you can. You're a citizen. You can apply for your wife, and you're not subject to the bar either. The ban, I should say, travel ban. But there are going to be issues in terms of how you're able to support your wife. I mean, if you're not working in the U.S., I mean, you might have issues there. Again, getting back to that 944 form that the Maverick was just talking about a little while ago. But the short answer is, yeah, it doesn't matter where you're living. You can apply for your wife, yes.
All right. My husband's reentry permit expired on the 8th of May, 2020. He couldn't travel to U.S. due to pandemic. He has all flight bookings, which were canceled in late March. He has a bank account in the U.S., a taxpayer as well. He's flying on the 10th of July from his country. Has anyone experienced this situation? Do you think he'll have any issues with immigration officers when he gets to the airport?
Yes. She's obviously done her homework. Document everything. When he gets on that plane, first off, the first hurdle is going to be to get on the plane, whether they're going to let him board. But he should have all his documentation showing all the efforts that they made to get back, everything they did. Make sure he has that expired reentry permit. Reentry permit, by the way, is it's a document which the Immigration Service provides to people, to permanent residents. Somebody who has a green card and doesn't want to remain in the United States, doesn't want to come back to the United States every year, as permanent residents are required to do. They're supposed to live in the U.S. permanently. If they want to stay out more than a year, they can apply for a reentry permit, and that allows them to remain out of the U.S. for 2 years. So this person has a reentry permit that was valid for 2 years. Doesn't matter how long they were out, as long as it was less than 2 years. Now, obviously, she's been out or he's been out a couple of months longer than 2 years. This is a common situation right now. It's going to be first hurdle is getting on the plane. If they're allowed to board, that's great. When they get off the plane, they're going to probably be taking a secondary inspection, and they're going to have to do some explaining. You got some explaining to do, Lucy, right? Well, that's before your time. But anyway, I'm showing my age, right? See, if the general were here, he'd be cracking up right now, right? But anyway,
I've seen that on Nick and Knight, man. So don't feel too bad.
Anyway, they might have a problem getting in. It's really going to depend on the discretion of the CBP officer at the airport. But they're doing the right thing, because the other alternative is just wait until the consulate reopens, which, who knows when that's going to be. So
there you go. All right, let's get to another one right here for immigration. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the phone number to call to get that free phone consultation when it comes to immigration is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Make that link, make the call to PPID. That's Pollack, Isaac, and Nasico. And don't forget, if you get hurt in an accident, you need that same number, and you reach out to the case handler himself, Adam Handler. Call him at 844-774-3529. A lot of people are out and about, and we know accidents are going to happen. We don't want them to happen, but it does. It's just life. And of course, you have a good man on your side. And you've got that one chance, that one choice, and you've got the case handler, Adam Handler. Reach out to him. All right. So let's go to another one right here. Hi, everyone. Is it possible that throughout the process on the NVC, my visa class is IR2? Then when the embassy received my case, it turns F11. I'm reading verbatim here. Priority, yes. April 14, 2017. Approval date, yes. Number 18. Petition filed.
You can stop. I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yes. IR2 is immediate relative. Parent was applying for them because they were under 21. Person turned 21, which means that it became a first preference case. That's what the F11 is. So yeah, they are now subject to priority date. As an IR2 case, typically it would take a year and a half to get the green card. Once that person turns 21 and it becomes a preference case, it's got problems. First off, the case is going to take anywhere from 6 to 8 or 10 years. And now subject to the ban, the travel ban. So he's got a bit of a problem now.
Priority date right now for an F1 is July 2014. So those are the cases that they're working on now.
Odds are they file long after that, because IR2, doesn't take 6 years to do an IR2 case. It takes a year. So probably filed a year or two ago when he was 19 or 20 years old, and now he's turned 21, and now he's a preference case, and he's subject to the travel ban. So.
Okay. All right. So here's another one. Once again, folks, the number for the immigration attorneys. Get that free phone consultation now. Just dial the number 844-774-3529. You're not speaking to a consultant. You're not speaking to a paralegal. You're speaking to an attorney. So make the link, make the call, and get a 100% free phone consultation. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Okay. Please provide information on what happens if a married U.S. green card, not citizen, holder gets a divorce and marry again to a non-U.S. citizen or non-green card holder. I don't know how to take this, but maybe you guys can decipher that.
I don't see where the question is.
Exactly. That's what I thought. All right.
You can do it. Hey, you can divorce and marry whoever you want to marry.
Exactly.
I don't know if you're talking about getting a green card. If your new spouse doesn't have a permanent resident alien card, green card, or is not a U.S. citizen, then you're not going to be eligible to get your green card. So I'm not really sure what the question is there.
Got you. And I just read that question. I wasn't going to read it, but I didn't want them to think I'm not going to put you.
Just to interject, you want to be careful if you had a child while you were married to your spouse with whom you got your green card with, and I'm sorry, you had a child outside
Someone else. Yeah.
Outside of your marriage, right? If you were married to A, you got your green card with A, but while you were married to A, you had a child with B. You divorce A and now you marry B, then you've got problems.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
And how do they find that out? Is when you apply for U.S. citizenship or when you want to apply for your new wife, they'll say, oh, wait, where'd you have this kid? You were married to Dorothy, but you had the child with Judy? That's a no-no. That's how people get caught all the time.
There you go. And that's the reason why we have the attorneys at PPID. Ladies and gentlemen, just about 60 years that firm has been around. No joke when it comes to immigration. They don't play. All right. So final one. With the furloughs going on, would the processing times go up? Like, will it take way longer to process the applications than what it takes currently? And if so, then how much?
Well, let me give you an analogy. You bring your car to a car wash, right? And today there are 10 guys working there. So I assume the line is probably not going to be very long. You're going to pull in, you're going to get your car clean, you're going to drive home all nice and clean. Now, tomorrow, you go back to the same car wash because it rained tonight, overnight, and there's one guy working there, right? And you go and you line up. There's one guy cleaning cars. Probably going to take you a little bit longer to get that car clean, right? Well, that's pretty much the same analogy here. Immigration, if they're going to have fewer people processing cases, the lines are going to get longer and longer and longer and longer. How long? Who knows? But that's why you want to get in now. You know, if you knew your car wash was going to be closed tomorrow, right, and it's supposed to rain, get your car in now so you get it. You beat the crowd, and your car is nice and clean for when they close down or for when just the one guy is working there. I mean, that's how it works. That's why we're telling you that you should file your cases. Do not wait. Plus the added incentive to file your case, filing fees. We're talking dollars. You know, you want to file for citizenship, cost is going to be $1,400 in a month. Right now it's $725. It's going to be $1,400 when you want to file if you wait. So yeah, it's just file your cases.
Got you. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes it for the immigration segment. Going to find out if Adam has something to say on personal injury. But once again, do remember the phone number is 844-774-3529. Call the attorneys now. The office is officially open. Nelson, can you give me the different locations of the office?
Absolutely. Our main office is on 225 Broadway, 3rd floor. That's in New York, New York. We have an office in Brooklyn, 107 Avenue I, Brooklyn, New York. And we have a third office in Peekskill, 906 South Street, Peekskill, New York. So we have 3 convenient offices, and we're here to help. If you have any questions, give us a call.
And Peekskill is open as of today as well. Peekskill is open. We are fully staffed there. Brooklyn's not open yet. Brooklyn, we're a little bit behind. Probably in a couple of weeks we'll be open in Brooklyn.
And the number is 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529.
All right, thank you. Now let's flip it from immigration over to Adam Adler, who runs the personal injury department at PPID. Adam, I'll let you take us out.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm as Lorna mentioned in her post on our streaming Facebook show. I got papers, man. I got papers I got to deal with. It's funny.
You get papers for people also.
That's true. That's true. I got papers to work on. We got papers for people. My staff is slowly rolling in. I see people's heads popping through the door. So we're going to cut it a little short today. But we are here. And the most important message I can deliver to all those out there is, you know, we are a firm that does it much, much differently than everybody else. You know, we truly care about our clients. We strive for the most successful result possible. I personally have attained over $120 million for my clients. You know, we've done some pretty special things at this firm over the decades, and especially since the pandemic hit. The phone lines are ringing. I'm getting back into this. It's really, I'm a fish out of water right now. But the message for today is we're back, baby. We've never gone. We haven't been anywhere. Meaning we've always been working on your cases and speaking to you over the phone. But officially, we are back, and there's about 20 something people out there right now that I want to say hi to. The wonderful paralegals, the receptionists. My paralegals, everybody's back. So it's a big reunion today. It's been a wild ride, but we're going to do it, and we're going to do it safely. And again, we are Pollack, Isaac DeSico. I am Adam Handler. I am your case handler. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529 or 844 PPID law. And if you are watching this right now, if you are listening to these words, whether live at 9:12 a.m. on Monday morning or later on as it's streaming, you know what we do. And you're obviously a supporter of our firm, a supporter of our practice, and a supporter of our professionals. And we just hope that we can continue to do this great work. We're giving back to the community that's embraced us for so many years with 100% free phone consultations. And let's do it, baby. We're back in action. PPID, back on the third floor, 225 Broadway.
Don't go above the third floor.
Can't stop. Yeah. Can't. Hey, listen, you don't even have to take the elevator. You could just take the stairs. Third floor. Can't stop, won't stop. Thanks for having us on today.
Adam Handler, ladies and gentlemen, your case handler. When you get hurt in an accident, go for the $120 million man. That's how much he has settled for his clients in the past. Call him at 844-774-3529. Experience, and he's very tough on the insurance companies for you. A quick one before you go, gentlemen. Back to immigration quickly. One on Facebook here. How long does it take for a green card holder to file for their unmarried adult child?
Oh, that's a priority class right now. That's a preference category.
Mm-hmm.
F2B, you're looking at about 5 years right now, but they would be subject to the ban at the moment. But you're looking at about 5 years. The priority date is May 2015.
Okay, there you go, Janae. You got your answer from Nelson Madrid, aka the Maverick, because he's that good. All right. And once again, I want to say thanks to the maestro also, Conrad Pollack, the managing partner. They are all practicing attorneys at the firm PPID. Make sure you call them now as we conclude. 844-774-3529. Yes, it's an attorney advertisement. We know that, but that's us getting the message out to you so that you can get the help you need. Do remember that the consultation is absolutely 100% free. I'm a firm believer that nothing lasts forever. So take advantage of that right now, ladies and gentlemen, by calling the firm, respectively, about personal injury or immigration. And that number happens to be 844-774-3529. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcome, but reach out to the firm, 844-774-3529. The name, Pollack, Isaac and DeSico, PPID. The man over there, my co-pilot, he's called the case handler. Make sure you reach out to him when you get hurt. Thank you, gentlemen, and have yourself an amazing Monday, everyone.
Let's see how this goes, man. Back in action.
Back in action.